Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Virgo for the month of April 2010. And this also applies if you have a Virgo ascendant. So you Virgos, boy, there's a lot happening this month, so be ready for it. Now, I know you're always trying to get things right, and I know you're always trying to be perfect about what you do. And at last, Mars has gone direct in your 12th house. So many of you have really been feeling frustrated energetically. It's this feeling as though, when is my real energy coming back? There's a sense to which you put some energy out and then you're tired again. And then you're drained again. And still Mars is, although it's gone direct finally, we've still got Mars for a little while yet in your 12th house. So it's quite important that you make sure you're getting your energy out there. I think a lot of you are suppressing your feelings, your emotions, particularly if you're angry, you're frustrated, you're just trying to hold it all together and just breathe and hold it in. Well, try to let some of these emotions out a little bit more, Virgos. You are really holding it in. Try to maybe just exercise, to sing, whatever it is that just gets these emotions out, because this is what's keeping your energy levels down. And I think your energy levels could be much higher. And it's because of this Mars energy and because Mars has stayed retrograde so long that you are really feeling the results of this because it's been for so many months. However, all is not lost. There's a lot of other good things happening this month. We've got quite a focus for you happening because Saturn goes retrograde one more time from the 7th of this month until July into your sign Virgo. Now, most of you have experienced the worst of it. Really, believe me, the fact that it's been in your sign for this last 2 and a bit years, many of you have been through some huge upheavals. Now, it's doing a last check-in. It's only in the very late degrees of Virgo. So only of you that are very late degree Virgo or have planets in late degree Virgo are going to be the most affected by this transit. But what this means is, and it's falling into your first house, it's checking in with you again. It's saying, Virgos, have you taken too much on? Have you committed yourself far too much? Do you feel overwhelmed? Are you feeling confined and restricted because you've just taken too much on? Saturn going retrograde is giving you an opportunity, Virgo, to say no, to create clearer boundaries. Now, if you've already done it, it won't affect you. You won't notice it. But if you haven't quite put those boundaries into place, and if you've overcommitted yourself, then Saturn is going to make you feel even more weighted down, and it's going to push you into getting rid of some of the burdens and responsibilities you've taken on. It's not a time to take on new commitments and new burdens. It's a time to perfect the things that you've taken on. You're going to love that word, Virgos, and to really do them well and to get rid of all the things that you really don't need to have in your life right now. That's how I think that Saturn retrograde is going to affect many of you. We've also got Mercury going retrograde from about the 18th of the month. And Mercury is your ruler, so this is going to affect you quite a lot as well, Virgos. So important to get any legal documents, any travel arrangements, any job interviews, any important projects underway, if you can, and back up your hard drive before the 18th of the month. After the 18th of the month, Mercury is retrograde, and it's a great time for doing research and some deep thinking. And many of you are very good at that. That's the analytical side of you coming out, which will be very profitable when Mercury goes retrograde. Good time for clearing your clutter, for getting organised, clearing your desk, and for finding lost objects. If you've lost something, you may well find it during the retrograde. We've got the Sun until the 20th of the month in your 8th house, so really shining a light on any joint finances or just on your finances in general, where you've got them. If you've got them in a bank, is the bank stable? Have you really made good decisions? It's about shining a light on your financial situation and looking at it more carefully. After about the 20th of the month, then we've got several planets in your 9th house. Many of you are going to want to go off travelling or maybe making travelling plans. And it's also a great time for teaching or going into studying or higher education. Or for those of you that have got goals to maybe do an MBA or to do further study, this is a great time for embarking upon that and looking into that with more energy, putting more energy into it. After the 25th of the month, Venus goes into Gemini in your 10th house. And this could mean a romance or meeting somebody really nice in your work area. For those of you looking for romance, it could be a romance with the boss or something like that on a more mundane level, but it's certainly a good time as well for talking to people and getting your point across in a really nice, gentle way and having it be more acceptable to people, especially if you've got something to communicate that you feel a little bit uncertain about. So we've got Pluto also going retrograde from the 7th of the month. Pluto in your 5th house of creativity and children. You need to look at any patterns for those of you that have got children, or for those of you that work with children, looking at any destructive patterns that you seem to be repeating where you feel as though you're losing your power, whereas you're being a little bit manipulated. This is a little bit of inner soul searching to be done. So boy, it's a big month for you, Virgo. It's going to be a lot of activity on one level, but it's really important that you get your energy and your emotions out. Don't just sit on them. I wish you a great month. For those of you that would like a personal reading, maybe you've got a couple of questions, you just need a mini reading, or those of you that would like an in-depth reading, please take a look at my website and see if there's anything that might suit you there. I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.